People are purging. Souls are purging, human beings are purging, people are becoming better. What was predicted through thousands of years in the Kali Yuga, in the Bibles, in prophecies, in many forms, whatever belief you have, is happening now. Welcome back to another episode of Real Talk with George. March 31st, 2019, one day before April Fool's, so be careful tomorrow. Positive souls. Shout out to my little friend Jedediah. Happy birthday, mija. You have an amazing dad. It was amazing spending time with you guys today. Positive souls, welcome back. 4:45 p.m. Sunday, one more day before April, and then what? The jokes start, so be careful, as I said. I don't know about you, man, but today I just want to put out a message of love, bro. Why? Sunday afternoon, many people go to churches, Sunday schools, they go to seek something from a higher power. Beautiful news. So let's talk about love, man. Love is what is inside of us. Love is what we are made of. It's funny because the further back that you go back in time, as far as relatives or ancestors or people that lived, growing up like your grandparents, it's funny how people from the older times have that love in them even more so. I like to reference Dolores Cannon a lot. Dolores Cannon was a channeler from many years ago. That she would speak to many people that were part of her, what is called her quantum healing hypnosis technique, which is pretty much individuals searching for more of them inside, people that were just, fed up with life and wanted to know more about their personal selves. Why were they here? So Dolores worldwide would go and meet with a lot of these people in her profession as a hypnotherapist. I reference her a lot because the work that she did, and thousands of cases, thousands of people shared similar stories in her journey. So what do I mean by that? The further back you go back in time, it seems like these people were more about who they were, more about love. Could it be because of where we're at now, scientifically speaking, technologically speaking? When I ain't judging, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. People live their own lives. People do what they do. Ain't no problem with that. But what I'm trying to get at is that more this time evolves, the more that we go into these newer millennial years, we see more and more of the incarnated souls that are more technologically advanced. So Dolores Cannon, one thing she found in comparison to a lot of the people that she would do her services to was that a lot of these people would say the same thing during the course of her internal deep quantum healing technique. So basically, she would put people under hypnosis through deep meditation and contact their subconscious, their soul, who they really are inside. She found it to be very intriguing how a lot of her cases, about 90% of her cases, they would all say the same thing, that a lot of them came to Earth because they heard the call that one day ascension was going to take place in Earth. What does that mean? You're going to have the third and second and first wavers. The people that started incarnated about 50, 60 years ago are considered the third wavers, according to Dolores Cannon. Now, the third wavers are usually the older crowd that came with a denser being, less light in them, because of where we were at in the cosmos, in the universe, the planet, Earth, where Earth was going in the universe at that particular time. The souls that incarnated in this reality incarnated with a different light, a different density in their being, limited amount of light in their vessel. Now, that does not mean that you're different than others or those are different than you or these are higher or these are lower. No. And I want to make that clear. No. We are all the same. It's like a personal trainer at a gym. Same body as you. He's got shoulders, you got shoulders. He's got thighs, you got thighs. You got a chest, he's got a chest. So what's the difference? Ain't no difference, right? But if that individual is perfecting their trait, what they do, then that person can only become more advanced in what they do, all the while being the same thing as you. Take that to be the same thing in spirituality. And that's one word I don't really like to use because of the New Age syndrome per se. A lot of people hear New Age words and they attack it right away. And why is that? It can be, in my humble opinion, because we've been programmed to constantly be figuring everything out. If something new comes to us, we want to know everything about the specifics about that thing, and we want to label it and put terms on it. So it can be that when we hear these terms about New Age, we reference that with all the with all the New age millennial crowd speaking all wild and being who they are. Now, addressing that just real quick on a side note, these souls are who they are. They're newer crowd. They're the millennials. They are what is considered Generation Z, whatever term. The newer kids, they're incarnated, the newer soul. One of the reasons why we see who they are is because that's who they are. They come directly from source energy. Where we are at in the planet, the incarnated souls are coming with a higher vibrational light in them. Less density, more light, which means what? They are who they are. Whether they're going to be good or bad, that's who they are. Inside of their being, there's like a knowing that this is not who I am, so I'm going to play what makes me happy inside, which is being real, which is being 101 about who I am inside. This is what we see usually in these newer crowds, which is why they're hated more because of the lifestyles that they live. Some of them can be homosexual, some of them can be lesbians, but that's their life, that's their path, that's what they chose to do in this reality, which is why we can't judge nobody. Judgment is fucking bullshit. And excuse my language again, but it's BS, man. We cannot judge people, point fingers at people to expect them to live the life that we lived or the life that we know. Everybody coming to this planet is different and living in their own specific journey. So back to Dolores Cannon, she found that a lot of these cases were very similar cases, about 90%, like I said. A lot of these incarnated souls spoke the same thing. We came here because we heard the call. We heard that one day Earth was going to ascend into a new higher dimension. Everything is energy in this universe. There's constant dimensional shifts in this universe. It's like a grandfather clock. It starts here, so this can go there, so this can go there, and that can go there. The Fibonacci effect. Fibonacci, constantly growing. You look at a snail shell, the shell of a snail, how it's constantly, it starts swirling. And it continues to create and create and create. That is a Fibonacci effect. That's what this universe is in another sense. Fibonacci keeps growing and growing and growing and expanding and expanding and expanding. It is ever expanding, infinite love, infinite universe, infinite light. Now, that's not to say that every civilization out there is good. Of course there's evil, but all this is working together to feed the experiences that they are experiences to source, to the creator, to where we all come from, to God, to whatever term you want to put on it. We are all living our own lives to send that to the creator, transmuted through billions and billions of life, energy, who we are all throughout the cosmos, which is why we can't judge. We are all living our own lives to experience our own personal journey in this Fibonacci universe, or grandfather clock per se. So when we take these dimensional shifts and ascend higher, go to another realm or another dimension, whatever label you want to put on it, we have experienced as individuals what we need to experience in a lower vibrational form or light or lower density to ascend to the next one, to have inside of us what we need to make it in the next dimension. This is why they say that this reality, Earth, third density, fourth dimension, Gaia, planet Earth, whatever term you want to put on it, is a school, is a training ground, is a reincarnation trap, it's a karma reality, whatever term. There's hundreds of terms, I assume, but whatever term you want to put on it, that is why you're here. To receive a higher dimensional light and ascend to a higher dimension. But that's just this planet. This is on a whole. This is universally. This happens all through the universe. Which is why you hear the New Agers talk, we are all one, or we are all the same. I mean, down to the root, down to the basics, that's what it is. When they mean we are all one, we are all the same, we are all here living independent individual journeys, pointing your fingers is horrible, judging is horrible. This is why the New Age is being blown out of the water. Because a lot of people that never lived their lives like this, millions and millions of people, including yours truly, wake up to this, man, and you literally feel like you are a newborn in a world of masks. So what do your first year or two of your journey? You go crazy. You put out exactly who you always were inside but never knew until you woke up. Which is why there's millions of New Agers that just go fanatic and crazy and make crazy and push and push and push and push what is considered New Age or whatever you want to call it. But it's all part of a universal awakening, man. Where we're at in the universe right now with the planet, millions and millions of souls are waking up because of this fact. So what did Dolores Cannon find out that was similar in most of her cases? That we all came back for the same reason, bro. We all came here to experience love, light, change, to get rid of the wheel of karma, to get rid of the past lives that we have lived in this reality, the many incarnations, the many reincarnations that we've lived in this reality, to get rid of all that. This is why millions of people are purging on Earth right now. Many people are going within and becoming better, getting rid of the negativity, all the disgusting lower vibrational things that are happening in their life, things that are coming up at the time. People are purging Souls are purging, human beings are purging, people are becoming better. What was predicted through thousands of years in the Kali Yuga, in the Bibles, in prophecies, in many forms, whatever belief you have, is happening now. The end times, or the whatever you want to call it, whatever, you know, Earth is alive, Earth is consciousness. So Earth in her ascension to her next dimension is going to become what is, I guess you can say, sick or ill or ascending, becoming better.
So what happens?
Earthquakes, volcanoes, crazy weather. This is what we're seeing now worldwide. Just look around. So this is a beautiful thing that was used against us by the global people on top. Let's not get too confusing. The people at the top that are evil, that are corrupt, that have hidden agendas, is one of the biggest things that they want to prevent souls awakening on Earth. Because once we wake up, we retain and take back our inner power that is inside of us, that is also inside of them. This is what they fear, a global awakening, which is what's happening now. So they use that against us to keep us asleep, to keep us quiet, to keep us dumbed down and stagnant and just, yeah, this is what I believe, and don't talk to me about nobody else, and no, I can't live because I'm in fear my whole life. I'm gonna go to the lake of fire. Oh, please, Lord, don't take me. I only laugh because I was there once, okay? So that's what they fear, man. That's what they fear. They fear us waking up. They fear us taking back our power, because once we do that, the global collective consciousness ascends to a higher dimensional realm. Love, light, positivity, transparency, honesty, loyalty, honor, respect. Well, we are already inside, to wrap it back to the beginning of the episode. We are born with it. This is why we see this more in the ancient crowd. The first wavers, I'm sorry, I think I said the third wavers in the beginning of the episode. The first people that came here incarnated, the first people that started incarnated into this reality 50, 60 years ago when they first heard the call, according to Dolores Cannon, the first wavers. We see that more in them. So to end today's episode, my friend, one thing that I can assure you, beautiful, dearest subscriber, you beautiful, positive human being,
is that a new age,
a new earth, a new realm, a new dimension, a new reality, whatever term you want to put on it, is imminent, bro, is imminent. Look what's happening. Just look what's happening in the U.S. as far as evil is purging itself. We just found out that for 2 years there was the biggest lie perpetrated on the world.
On the world.
Not on the U.S. So what's this doing to the world? When they find out they were being lied to, it's going to shift that collective consciousness. It's going to shift that worldwide mentality as far as being evil and negative and what if and everything's corrupt and everything's bad to this.
Whoa.
Love and light actually does exist, is real. I'm gonna go from this side to this side worldwide. What would that do to the collective consciousness on planet Earth? Finally take us to where we need to go, my friend. Much love, my friend. You make up your own mind. I hope that something resonates with you. Shout out to all my newest subscribers. Shout out to my new friend, Mike. Happy birthday to little Jedediah. I love you, mija. Much love to everybody else watching this video today. I honor you. I respect you. I send you nothing but pure positive love and abundance. Much love, 100.